Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your live show where tonight I am going to talk about Everton's epic win against Liverpool FC, which has literally ended Liverpool's title hopes and their season. And I'm going to talk about Manchester United, why it's never easy supporting this team. And the Bulls World has been coming out with more nonsense. So get ready for the action packed show. While you are live, make sure you are watching, make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to this channel, and please subscribe to my football channel. Link is pinned on top of the live chat. So right, let's start off with Liverpool, shall we? Oh my goodness me, I cannot believe what has happened to this team. Any Liverpool fans watching live? Comment in the live chat what your thoughts are, what's happening to your club at the moment. Even though I'm a Manchester United fan, there'll be no bantering. I'm just going to be giving my point of view as a neutral perspective. And on Sunday night, I am going to be doing a live show with my subscriber, F1 fan CFC 1905, where he is going to talk about Chelsea Football Club. He's going to be giving his thoughts and opinions on Chelsea Football Club. This isn't Chelsea! Big up to Johnny Minerals, and I will be watching his stream later with Lee Gunner this evening. It's them two are just my favourite YouTubers. I absolutely really like them both. So right, Liverpool. I am absolutely just trying to get my head around how they have fallen away recently. What has happened to them? They were on for the quadruple. Now it looks like the only thing they're going to win this season is the Carabao Cup, which is absolutely unbelievable. Like at times they've been absolutely fantastic, but recently it's like they've just completely fallen away, and I'd love to know what's happened. Ethan and Josh, my club are officially bottle jobs. Just hand the title to 115. Yeah, exactly, mate. I mean, it's like what has happened to your football club has been absolutely peak recently. I mean, you were playing so well. Just why has this drop off happened? I just feel the players are just upset that Jurgen Klopp is leaving, and they've completely just given up on this season, unfortunately. It's just come to a time where the players look worn out, and it's like they just can't wait for this season to end. As a Manchester United fan, I cannot wait for this season to end because this has literally been one of the most physically, mentally exhausting seasons ever supporting this football club. Honestly, it's just I feel so drained, emotionally drained. So this is why I'm looking forward to the European Championships in the summer to take my mind off of Manchester United a bit. While it's good for channel content and that, doing these Manchester United videos, it's not easy, I tell you. Physically and mentally, it is never easy supporting this football club. But I have to say that Liverpool against Everton last night, they had so good evening to you, Jamie. How are you feeling about your football club? I mean, what's happened to them is an absolute shambles, honestly, recently. I mean, they have been playing well, but recently it's like Salah has been poor. Darwin Núñez has been poor. They've all been very poor. But Núñez, half the time, he cannot seem to finish his dinner, honestly. I've absolutely no idea. Just because Klopp is leaving, there's no excuse for the players to suddenly down tools when it matters most. Facts, LSC, gaming vlogs, completely agree with you, mate. Absolutely agree with you. Down tools. I defended Núñez for the longest time, but enough is enough. I mean, the amount of chances he's missing, mate, is absolutely criminal. Why is he not converting in front of goal and that? It's like the amount of chances he's missing is ridiculous. I mean, Cody Gakpo, he was not available last night because his partner has just given birth, which that's absolutely understandable because I watched the Anfield Agenda last night, Craig, and he was absolutely human. I didn't watch him live, I just listened afterwards and that, and he's not happy. I mean, for Jurgen Klopp's farewell tour to end like this just absolutely does not feel right, in my opinion. Even though I'm a Manchester United fan at the end of the day, it really is quite sad how this farewell tour is ending for him. And if I was Liverpool, I would just cancel this bus parade because what's the point in having a bus parade? Because fans are not going to be in the mood to celebrate, are they? Let's have it right. They're just not. So you may as well cancel it altogether. It's like Solosai has been poor. Why on earth did Jurgen Klopp pick him for? And Salah, why is he starting Salah? Because Salah has been terrible recently. Is his mind on Saudi Arabia? Does he just want to leave Liverpool Football Club? It's time for Liverpool to cash in on Mohamed Salah. He's a club legend. He's done wonders in the football club, but it's time for him to move on, unfortunately, I feel. And you can easily replace him if you sell him for, say, about 150 million or 200 million. You can buy loads of players in that money, in my opinion. People on Twitter hate Craig for some reason. Could have easily been 5-0 at Everton. Not sure how we made the Toffees play like prime Barcelona. I know it's a joke, Kelsey Gaming and Vlogs. Why the fuck did you make your team? Why the fuck did you make Everton play like prime Barcelona? Because Everton have been absolutely horseshit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I do like Sean Dyche though, so Everton securing safety pretty much another season. I'm very happy about that because I do like Sean Dyche, and no doubt he's done some good things there, Everton this season. The FA, they literally deducted 2 points against Everton this season twice. They've taken 6 points off of them, 2 points off of them, but it looks like Everton are about to give the middle finger to the FA, be like, right, you can deduct points off of us many times, but we don't care. We will not be phased by this. We will stay up in the Premier League. But it's just like, I watched Liverpool against Man City, and I was shocked that Man City defensively were very weak. I'm surprised Liverpool didn't give it more of a go against them. Go out there and beat them at Anfield. But they just half the time, it looked like they're too scared to play attacking because they're worried of losing to Man City. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. If Everton can beat us, then that's enough proof for them keeping their place in the top flight. I agree. Definitely, I think they're worthy of staying in the Premier League now. It's been a bit hairy and scary for them half the time, but now I believe they'll stay up and no problem. But yeah, this Liverpool drop-off, I am stunned. I cannot believe it. I honestly thought the players would want to win the Premier League title for Jurgen Klopp. I mean, as a Manchester United fan, I'm delighted that we're going to still hold the most league titles in the Premier League. 20 domestic titles. I'm very happy about that, but it should not end like this for Jurgen Klopp. It simply cannot end this way. If I was Jurgen Klopp, I think, do you know what? I'm going to stay for another year and I'm going to try and go again next season because I don't want my career to end like this. I was watching Lee Gunner earlier in his stream on Saeed TV and he said exactly the same. He said that Klopp should do another season. But I can tell he needs a break because he just looks physically exhausted. And obviously, I think VAR pisses him off. Well, VAR pisses everyone off. Even me as a football fan, it pisses me off because it's so inconsistent, honestly. VAR is just absolutely trash at times. Really is. But if I was Jurgen Klopp, I would seriously take into consideration thinking, oh, maybe I should do one more year. Try and go out on a high next season. Klopp looks physically, mentally drained, like I am, mate, following Manchester United this season. I am honestly, physically and mentally. This has been one of the most frustrating seasons for me as a Manchester United fan. I love the guy, but it's clear he needs a break. Yeah, I reckon he does. And where he ends up next is going to be interesting. But as a Liverpool, they need to get the right appointment, seriously, because look at us this past 10 years. We have appointed just failed managers, and it's like, it's not fun, man. It really is not fun. It's jarring. Never seen Klopp look so tired ever. Yeah, I know, but for your side to put up a performance like they did against Everton in the Merseyside derby last night was an absolute disgrace. And for loyal Liverpool fans, I can completely be on their side. Why they said that was unacceptable last night. To me, it's just not sustainable. You're in the Merseyside derby. You've literally had Everton on the back foot for so many years. And last night, it's like you rolled over. You gave up. It's embarrassing. It really is absolutely embarrassing. Liverpool are well and truly in the mud, and it's going to be a long, hard summer for them. It really is. Supporting Liverpool for the better part of 29 years, I'm too used to us dropping off at the end of the season, but all the same, it's disappointing. Yeah, I know, like that season under Brendan Rodgers, where you drew 3-3 with Crystal Palace. If you won that game, I think you would have won the league, or possibly still lost the league title on goal difference. At least give it a go, man. It's just such, as a neutrals as well, who want to see Klopp get the send off he deserves. It's just not fair, really, on neutrals, is it? Let's have it right. I've had enough in the defence casually passing between each other. Even Van Dijk has been poor recently, Jamie. I have to admit it. Let's have it right. Van Dijk has been shocking. You can tell I've been watching Johnny Minerals recently because I keep saying let's have it right. But it's just absolutely, what on earth has... Where's the drop off come from? You can argue and say that Manchester United have played a big part. Even though how shit we've been this season, for some reason we seem to up our game against Liverpool twice. Well, 3 times this season, because we are unbeaten against Liverpool this season. It just goes to show that the Manchester United players only turn up when they want to. Why is it they put up a fight against Liverpool and be shit half the time? Like last night, conceding 2 goals against fucking Sheffield United, the worst team in the Premier League. It's just nowhere near sustainable, man. I've absolutely had enough of these team players, and I can't wait for someone to get out of this football club. I really can't. So we just need a fresh start. First off, by binning off number 10 and 21. Bin them both off, man. I've had enough of the both of them. Mind you, Van Dijk hasn't been the same since that Pickford injury. At times, I think Van Dijk has actually been back to his best this season, but recently, again, he just looks exhausted, man. He looks nowhere near the same player, but I think at times he has done well this season, Van Dijk, in my opinion. The second goal, Trent didn't even jump. Yeah, I know, crazy. You can argue and say the first goal, what Everton scored, was kind of unlucky because Alisson did make a good save, but where were the Liverpool defence? What more was Alisson meant to do? Seriously, it's just like embarrassing by Liverpool standards. It really is. But yeah, I mean, Liverpool, what sort of manager do they bring in? They got to make the appointment soon because the longer they leave it, pre-season will be here, and where will you guys end up for the start of next season? It's like, and no doubt you're going to be in transition, but you need to bring in the new manager now so you can get to work. I don't know what FSG are playing at. I mean, FSG have done wonders for Liverpool, but even recently, you need to question their commitment to the football club because they've been nowhere near good enough recently, FSG. I don't think they've backed Klopp enough recently. It's just like, it's because one point they wanted to sell the football club, but then they decided to stay on at the football club. I think FSG need to play a big part in this as well. I really do, but I have respect for Akashi though. They've done wonders in the football club, but recently you need to question their commitment because, like I said, if you do not bring in the right manager, it could get really peak for Liverpool Football Club. It really could. But as an Everton, in the last two games, they've been absolutely superb and definitely worthy of staying up now. No matter what you think of Everton, they've definitely earned their place now, I think, in the Premier League. I've seen people complaining that the goal came from a free kick. That wasn't a free kick. Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't watch the whole game. I was watching highlights because obviously I was watching the Man United and Sheffield United game last night. So I couldn't really watch it, unfortunately, because I was watching Man United, and then afterwards I did my match reaction. Then I did an emergency meeting because I wasn't happy with the two goals we conceded. Any Manchester United fans happy we conceded two goals against the worst team in the Premier League? You need to have a fucking word to yourself. You really do. It's like that's nowhere near sustainable, in my opinion. Absolutely nowhere near good enough. I'm fuming. Conceding two goals against the worst team in the Premier League. Just nowhere near good enough. People on Twitter wanting the Big Six to bugger off to the Super League, despite that nearly killing football 3 years ago. Utter stupidity. Yeah, I know, Jamie. Absolutely pathetic. But it's some football fans up these days in a nutshell, mate. They got no minerals. Weak, soft mentality, like football players these days. Weak, soft mentality who only care about the big bucks, mate. They don't care about performing for their team. All they care about is the big money. Think of players like Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, Steven Gerrard, Sammy Huppier, Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, who had minerals these days. Players are too soft these days. Shall I tell you why? Because of social media. That's why. That's got to play a big part in footballers chatting absolute rubbish these days. I was watching the game but muted the TV because I can't stand listening to Neville and had Anfield Agenda on the background. That's a good idea, mate. Honestly, absolutely a good idea. Ethan Carragher has lost all credibility with bias on Sky. Like these days, I hardly watch the build-up to matches, mate. I only watch the game and then turn it off after the game is finished because I've had enough of these pundits talking absolute crap. I really have. It's just jarring to listen to these pundits and commentators talking absolute rubbish. It's all down to PR these days. Like when United conceded 2 or 3 goals against who was it? And they said, "Oh, it's great entertainment and that." No, it fucking isn't. Bournemouth. When we played Bournemouth, Sky Sports went, "Oh, Manchester United have provided some good entertainment this afternoon." No, you're only saying that because you want customers to join your channel. I can see through it, but there you go. It is what it is. Some Sky sorts up in the nutshell these days. It really does. But yeah, like Flying Pig United, I love listening to Flying Pig United. His commentary is more entertaining than Sky Sports half the time. But when I'm watching the game with my grandparents, they like to have Sky Sports commentary on, which is fair enough. But if I'm doing live watch-alongs and that, the beauty I have is I can just have the TV on mute and just interact with you guys. Neville said there'll be riots if this is disallowed, despite slamming forces shaken out against it days before. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. It's just pathetic, mate, honestly. But, like, Liverpool, I honestly was expecting them to play good. But it's like, you guys have fallen off of a cliff ever since the FA Cup game, really. Ever since we knocked you guys out in the FA Cup, you've been nowhere near the same. Unless I hear right, it's just like we've done something to your season, and I'd love to know what it is. because I was thinking, yeah, all right, we may beat you, we may get a result against you, but I was honestly expecting a response against you guys. Apparently, you played well against Fulham, but then playing rubbish against Everton last night. But it's just like, as a neutral, I'm struggling to wrap my head around why. Why have you dropped off? It's unbelievable. You couldn't make it up, could you? Like, you were on for the quadruple. You're on for the. Well, I wouldn't say you're on for the league title because it's hard against Man City and Arsenal. We did beat Sheffield United 3-1 and McAllister scored one of the goals this season, but even then, anyone can beat them. Yeah, like my team last night, we beat them in the end because they made too many errors, but were we good? We were far from good, honestly. So fans can get giddy that we beat Sheffield United. Come on, it's against the worst team in the Premier League, for fuck's sakes. Dear me. But yeah, Liverpool fans watching in the live chat, and if you're watching afterwards, let me know what has gone wrong for your football club, because I'm absolutely baffled. I really am. For now, just try and win the last few games and see what happens. Yeah, that's all you can do, really, Jamie, isn't it? Now all you can do is just play for pride, really, because your season is literally over. Unfortunately, who wins the title out Man City and Arsenal will be interesting to see. I mean, Man City got a tricky game tonight against Brighton. It's not easy going to the Amex Stadium, and it just depends what the energy levels are like for Man City, because against Chelsea, they looked completely tired out because they played 120 minutes against Real Madrid, then the penalty shootout. So it'd be interesting to see how they cope with it. I now expected Liverpool to win the quadruple again. It's the media trying to brainwash global fans into believing it. Exactly, facts LC gaming vlogs. Just the typical press and media, isn't it? They don't have a fucking clue these days what they're talking about. Again, all down to PR. Social media needs to play a big part in it. Why do you think the standards have been on the floor at Manchester United? Because of the press and the media and Sky Sports and that, and the PR fan channels. We'll get on to my football club in a minute, but where yours go in the summer, I have no idea. But it's just like, no doubt next season is going to be a transition period for you. City will beat Brighton no matter they play well or not. VAR will help them. Yeah, more than likely I'll see gaming and vlogs. More than likely. But it's just like, people were saying, oh, commentary were robbed and that. But I think VAR just got it spot on, because the goal, you could see the commentary player was a toenail offside. Yes, it's harsh on commentary, but they made the right decision in the end, VAR, in my opinion. Spoiled Brats on Twitter saying it's the worst Liverpool team ever. Saying, get a grip. Yeah, I know, Jamie. Of course, it took a couple games for your team to gel in. You know, this new midfields like Solisai and who else you signed as well. I've seen worse Liverpool sides. Take, for instance, Roy Hodgson in 2010, 2011. I mean, that Liverpool team was trash, mate. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you had so many players not playing for the manager. It was, yeah, that was one of the worst Liverpool teams ever. Alexis McAllister, that's it. That's another one you bought in this season. Alexis McAllister. It's taken time for him to get going, but he's improved now. But recently, he's dropped off again recently. But look, I believe if you can get the right manager in that, you'll be absolutely fine next season. But it may take 6 months or so for the team to gel in, because if Salah goes, you need to find a replacement for him. Like Manchester United, look, as soon as Sir Alex Ferguson retired, I knew it was going to get absolutely peak for us. I'm not going to lie. Can't blame Torres for buggering off to Chelsea looking at that squad. Yeah, he did the right thing, leaving, mate, even though he was a flop at Chelsea. I mean, look at Sanchez, so good at Arsenal, but absolutely rubbish at Manchester United. One of the worst signings my football club ever made against in that transfer market, bringing in Sanchez. Honestly, he was such a flop. I couldn't wait for him to leave. What does Jaden Dans have to do to get on the pitch? Yeah, I know. Exactly, Jamie. When we had below average players like Jaser, and oh my god, what a trash player he was, honestly. He was rubbish. No wonder why your football club got rid of him. Robinson, I think Andrew Robinson has done quite well this season in all seriousness. I think he's been quite good. Van Dijk, he's been good, but he's dropped off recently. Cody Gakpo, I think he's been sensational. Diaz, to me, he's been one of your players of the season, Luis Diaz. He missed a good chance against Everton last night, but he's been absolutely superb. Diaz, in my opinion, no doubt one of your best players this season. But it's going to be an interesting summer, isn't it? Who you bring, what sort of manager you bring in, what sort of players you bring in. It's going to be interesting times, no doubt. I cannot see you guys finishing top four next season. I really can't, because you're going to be in transition next season, and it's going to take time for the team to gel. It's a bit like if Manchester United get new players, it's going to take time for the team to gel, isn't it? Christian Poulsen passage to Joe Cole. David Angog and Andy Carroll, absolute dross. I mean, oh my goodness, Andy Carroll, what a waste of time he was, mate, honestly. To be fair to Spearing, he came through Liverpool's captain, but just wasn't good enough. Blame Benitez for that. Exactly, mate. But Benitez was a good manager, though. I had a lot of respect for Benitez. Like, who ever thought you'll come to Old Trafford and win 4-1 when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager? That was crazy, honestly. But it just goes to show that Man United and Liverpool is so unpredictable. Like, twice this season, I expected you to batter us guys, but twice we turned up against you. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's like, why can't my football club be like this more often? We'll be in a much stronger position. We would compete with Arsenal and Man City for the title in that, and with you guys as well. But because we're so erratic, that's why we're not competing for the title. It's as simple as that. If we had the minerals to play better, this Manchester United team would be a joy to watch. But instead, like I said, it's been one of the most exhausting seasons ever for me, and I just need it to end. I really do, man. Need it to end. It's just been, jarring, man. Makes me feel so worn out. While it's entertainment for the channel, it's not good physically and mentally, is it? You know, all right, I don't, thankfully, touch wood, I don't suffer with mental health, but I've been struggling to watch my team this year. Even though how much I find it hard work, I can never give up on this Manchester United team. I really can't. While I give up in this season, and a lot of the players need to get out of here because they're nowhere near good enough for the standards of this football club, I just cannot turn my back on this football club because I've been supporting them for 24 and a half years, coming up to 25 now. And if I turn my back on my team now, it make me look like a right mug. It really will. So this is why I cannot turn my back on my football club. No matter how hard it gets, I will be here for the journey. Whether it will take us 10 years, 15, 20 years to win another league title, I am with my team for life, honestly, because I love my football club. They mean everything to me. I remember when Big Four was Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Chelsea from 2006 to 2009. I miss them days, mate, before Man City had all their oil money, honestly. You can argue Chelsea had a lot of money with Abramovich, but they spent very well. They stuck to the rules. They didn't really do anything wrong. They were magnificent, unlike these Chelsea owners who absolutely destroyed this football club. Joe Cole was sensational for Chelsea. Shame he was crap for us. Oh yeah, I forgot he played to you guys. So yeah, he was a bit of a flop for you guys, wasn't he? That's not it right. He was not very good at all. But as a my football club, where do we go in the summer? Because no matter what the outcome in the FA Cup, I still think we should sack the bald fraud because he's not good enough to be Manchester United manager. I'm sorry. Like today, he came out, I think it was reported last night that he questioned this journalist and he criticises fans who criticise him. That just goes to show how much of a clown he is. Pochettino does the same at Chelsea. When he's criticised, can't take criticism, fuck off. It's as simple as that. Get out of my football club. This manager is one of the most irritating managers ever. Like I keep saying, I couldn't care less about the high winning percentage because we've got lucky so many times this season. It just goes to show how poor other teams have been if Manchester United got lucky this season. It's nowhere near good enough by Manchester United. If we win the FA Cup, fans would be like, Mr. Joshy J, you need to back the Bulls ruled. You need to get behind him because he's won you trophy 2 seasons in a row. And what? And what? Yeah? Why should I back a manager who is a bully to the players? And let's have it right. Last season, he had such an easy run in the Carabao Cup final. What's going to happen in the FA Cup final? We're going to get destroyed. It's as simple as that. Proper football supporters don't change clubs. They stick them through the good times and bad times. Plastic fans would never understand this. Exactly. And it's like, only the PR channels are really defending this manager. They call out the players, so they don't call out the manager because at the end of the day, they think the players are down in tools because they want the manager sacked. So I can see why Manchester United players are down in tools because they don't like this manager because the treatment he gave to David De Gea, Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, it's no wonder why fans hate this manager we got now. Because I can't stand him. But you're not a true fan, Mr. Joshy J. You don't back the manager and get behind the players. Oh, get in the bin, yeah. Seriously, get in the bin. I will support my football club whatever way I want to. It's as simple as that. Because I've been following my football club for 24 and a half years, nearly 25 now, and I know for sure this manager is not the right manager for the long term. But what's the plan if you sack the Bulls rules? What sort of manager is available? Go and get me an elite manager like Thomas Tuchel, but apparently I heard we're not going for Thomas Tuchel now because he will cost too much money. I do not want waistcoat wanker Gareth Southgate because that'd be an absolute disaster if we go for Gareth Southgate. But he's done quite well for England, Mr. Joshy J. Has he won a major tournament? No, he is just a yes man, and the FA just give him a free pass. So no, I do not want Gareth Southgate. Absolutely do not want Gareth Southgate. This is why supporting Manchester United is never easy, because you never know what sort of Manchester United is going to turn up. Sometimes we can do well, and at times we can be absolutely crap. I went to school with some idiot, and they said they supported Liverpool, but then chose Chelsea because they won the league in 2005. Plastic, mate. Again, soft mentality. Is some football fans up in the nutshell these days? So, like I say, it's down to social media and that why there's soft mentality against football clubs these days. Because football clubs have no rules. It's as simple as that. But currently, in the moment, Jason Chant's football is live. He's a Manchester United fan. He's Eric Ten Hag out. So, and I'm the Bulls ruled out as well. He's got to go. It's as simple as that. I've had enough of this manager. He tires me out, man. Just listening to his press conferences and that. He shows no personality whatsoever. This is why we just need a fresh start with Ineos. But if Ineos keep this manager on, I am Ineos out, because it just goes to show that Ineos will be just as bad as what the Glazers are. Yes, I know Ineos are trying to make Manchester United good again, but if they keep this manager on, you have to question Ineos's commitment. You really do. Literally the same year Chelsea were knocked out of Europe. Oh yeah, Liverpool. Yeah, exactly, mate. But yeah, honestly, yeah, absolutely crazy, mate. But Jason talks football. He's a Manchester United fan. So yeah, I mean, it's going to get a peak before it gets better for Manchester United. Let's have it right. You know, currently it's absolutely crazy how the standards have fallen at my football club. But you can say the same at Chelsea Football Club. And this is why my subscriber wants to come on my channel, and talk about, the problems at Chelsea Football Club. I'll be doing that on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. Yep, 8 o'clock I will be doing that on Sunday night. So I look forward to that, where we can talk about Chelsea and that, and he can get his football club off his chest. Because Chelsea are absolutely in the mud, honestly. It's just crazy how they've fallen off of a cliff. They've gone from being a good side to a rubbish side. It's crazy, but it sums their owners up, unfortunately. So, yeah, Jason chats football. He's a Manchester United fan. I'm just going to share his channel on to the stream. So I'm going to, when I end my stream in a minute, I'm going to redirect you to this Manchester United fan. He's currently live at the moment. Jason talks football, and let him know that Mr. Joshy J sent you here. Say Mr. Joshy J raid. He's a fan. He's an Irish fan who he told people to unsubscribe to the United stands, which I love that. Fair play to you, mate. Asking people to unsubscribe to the United stand. Here we go. I'll read more of your comments now. I live near Liverpool, and the amount of plastic fans I've seen within the last 10 to 15 years is ridiculous. When I was a kid, people in my area, usually Liverpool and Everton United fans. Wow, that's crazy, mate. Never knew any City fans until like 2012. Glory hunters, mate. Absolute glory hunters. That's what it is. I live near Liverpool, and the amount of plastic fans I've seen in the last 10 to 15 years is ridiculous. When I was a kid, most people in my area, usually Liverpool, Everton, United fans. But, yep, absolutely crazy, mate. It's insane. But it's down to social media. Why fans, it's like rinse and repeat. It's like a virus, isn't it? Where fans copy each other. It's like they copy and paste these tweets and just chat absolute rubbish. It seems the PR channels like the United stands, the Stretford Paddock, the United view and that. It's like all channels copy each other just for clicks and views. It's like fans can say, oh, you're only doing these videos for your own PR and that. No, I'm not a PR channel. I just say it how it is, like the Anfield agenda and that. He says it how it is. Saying that one of my old neighbours was a proper City fan, this was when they were rubbish. But yet, half the time they turned up in Manchester derbies, mate, when Sir Alex Ferguson's manager. You really couldn't write it, could you? Absolutely couldn't write it. But, yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, anyway, I am going to wrap this up now because I got a games evening on with my neighbour at 7 o'clock. As I said, go and check out Jason Talks Football I put the link in the live chat. You can redirect to his stream and let him know that Mr. Joshy J sent you over. Put Mr. Joshy J raid. Go and raid his chats, yeah? Thank you very much all for watching. Liverpool, it's about rebuilding for them and for my football club as well. Thank you. Good night all.